Is there a more noble profession than protecting life? Famica has operated in the field of electrical safety for more than 25 years. Distant customer or neighbour, we will meet you anywhere the world over. Safety doesn't wait, it's always our priority. With our customers, we share field experiences and similar challenges. Protecting and preserving life is priceless. Safety requires simple solutions, field-proof, and only the result matters. Famica innovations are always driven by our users, who are among the most demanding in the world. Famica provide them with the most relevant and complete solution, in a market where each innovation has to be thoroughly considered, totally controlled, and field-tested by users. To reach the apex of efficiency, our solutions go beyond the basic requirements of international standards. For this, Famica possesses strategic skills in electrical and mechanical design and electronic and software development. Most of the tests can be carried out in its own laboratories, from low voltage up to 400 kilovolts. One golden rule: integrate safety into the process in order to provide to the user the simplest and most secure solution, avoiding stress and wasted time. Devices are in operation all over the planet. Each is periodically checked by Famica. This provides continual feedback into the development process to permanently improve the product for the user's benefit. Famica, we listen and have unique expertise and experience. The shortest way to the right solution, always in phase with what happens on the ground. When connecting a new substation, for instance, the electricians have to work within the framework of a safety procedure. This procedure is known as decommissioning or disconnection. For underground networks, cable identification on the spot is the third stage of the disconnection procedure. It requires pre-identification, use of a spiking tool, cable cutting, as well as testing for electrical continuity. This sequence is specific to underground networks and is also referred to as secure identification. Today's intervention consists in preparing the connection of a new substation. Decommissioning operations start with the opening and locking of the switch in substation B, called here Backer Street. The switch for substation B is opened and locked by the decommissioning operator. The cable is now separated on one end, but the cable is still live. The decommissioning operator then repeats this procedure in substation A, called here Arsenal. He's about to open the second switch and to lock it by using one of his decommissioning padlocks. The cable is now isolated from the power sources and locked at both of its ends. We can now close the first grounding switch. Once the cable is grounded, and only at this point, can we consider it actually as de-energized. We can now install the main transmitter, or the FC2310. The special feature of this electronic identifier is that it will function with the cable being grounded and short-circuited at both of its ends. In fact, the operators wanted a means of identifying cables compatible with safety procedures. Removing grounding means additional back and forth and messages at each stage of the operation, and thus more risks. Here is the step-by-step procedure developed by Famica. You must position all the three clamps in the same direction and avoid screen circuitry. The yellow clamps help to guarantee the right position. In order to provide additional safety features, identification signals can be personalized. A voice message can be recorded with each transmitter in a complete secured way. Now the third clamp and the balancing shunt can be set up. Once the main transmitter is installed in substation A, go back to substation B to turn off the grounding switch and finalize cable grounding. The signal transmission circuit is established by closing the two grounding switches that short-circuit the cable terminals. Once they have been closed, we can check the continuity, which confirms, first of all, that we are on the right circuit and that the cable identification will be guaranteed on site. Continuity is checked by the clear identification of all three phases. We can now install the clamps of the auxiliary transmitter and record its related identification message. This will provide a clear indication of the origin of each information.
Baker Street.
Any electrician working on a network is aware that when underground, you can find numerous cables, and you can't make any mistakes. For this, it is crucial to check them all. Cutting the wrong wire means service interruption. This applies to electrical power provided to customers as well as to telephone or cable network services. The blue probe is designed to pinpoint the cable to be identified among others, whatever its type of insulation, screening or length. The P-Coupe is an autonomous hydraulic device. When using this device, you link the spiking action for the voltage detection operation with the complete cutting of the cable. The P-Coupe offers two additional safety features in the event there's still voltage in the cable. Firstly, it is grounded to evacuate any remaining power into the ground or enable protective relays to trip circuit breakers. Its operating speed is calibrated to be certain of providing unipolar fault, and also it is designed to ensure the complete protective sequence. Next, the P-Coupe is remote controlled and enables you to cut the cable while limiting consequences of cable spiking on the wrong cable. In addition, in order to avoid incomplete spiking, the P-Coupe then automatically completely cuts the cable. Maximum precautions have been taken to ensure the right cable has now been cut. There is still one more operation to ensure work is carried out on the disconnected cable. You must test for continuity, meaning reception of identification signals of all three phases from each transmitter. Now that we're certain of being protected by proper grounding of both ends of the cable, we can start preparing the cable ends to set up the connections. You save time by applying the right professional methods, using the right tools, so you don't have to come back in 6 months. Work on the site has been carried out without any lost time. All the required information was obtained when needed without going back and forth and without any additional handling. so you have already saved a lot of precious time. And we're going to save even more time for commissioning, because we can now check all phases and their origin at the new substation. And all this under maximum safety conditions.